welcome to another exciting episode of Nickabenson Vlog. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only here, logging in. So today I have my first day of the Certified Ethical Hacker exam, so I'll be going in. We start early, 8 a.m. Apparently you're supposed to dress business casual for each and every meeting, but I went business professional because we have a photo shoot that we're actually doing today. Also, thank you for smashing that like button, truly appreciate it. Yo, Scavenger, good to see you. Yo, Kratos, how's it going? Thank you for the wish of good luck, truly appreciate it. But yeah, thank you for smashing that like button, truly appreciate it. Especially like within the first 30 seconds. What? Yo, Vegeta, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. It's exciting to see everyone on so early. But yeah, so the Certified Ethical Hacker exam, I don't have it today. I just have a class today. And throughout the week, I'll be going to class each morning from like 8:30 a.m. to like 4:30 p.m. Thank you for the compliment, Vegeta. Truly appreciate it. So it's going to be like an 8-hour thing just about every day. Scavenger said, like I said, I had to get up at sunrise to go fishing. You're right, Scavenger. Yeah, that actually worked out to make it where you could jump onto the stream. That's cool. Also, I hope you have fun fishing. Dig it. I haven't been fishing in a minute. Me and my grandfather used to go fishing, but now he lives in Las Vegas, so it's not as convenient. But anyways, I'm passing the time watching an episode of Battle Claw on YouTube, because after I saw Battle Claw at UAH, I was like, not Battle Claw at UAH. Once I saw Battle Claw at Toys R Us, I had to like see what all the fuss was about. If it was at UAH, that'd be crazy. Vegeta said the hair goes well with the beard. Oh, thank you kindly. I appreciate the compliment, Vegeta. Scavenger said, you're gonna be Getty G girls in that suit. Thank you kindly. Speaking of getting girls, like I said before, Dozer and I are now on Dating Amino. Amino is an app where you can join different communities, and there's a dating community where there are a bunch of single people, and they're like, hey, I'm trying to date. There's also Zodiac Dating Amino, which both Dozer and I are on, and it's essentially people who are like, hey, I'm trying to date, and also, I got a Zodiac. That's pretty much the whole thing. But I also have a few girls on Dating Amino who are interested. But I also talked to my friend Arshelle the other day. I ran into her at the candy store, and she was down to date. So yeah, that's ballin'. Let's see, scrolling through. Scavenger said, you be looking like a snack, no homo. Thank you for the compliment, truly appreciate it. Kratos said, that's quite a big change, going from somewhere you can fish to Nevada of all places. You right. Vegeta said, you're not with Gabby no more? And then Scavenger's like, Pinky, they broke up. Yeah, so to give a recap, in case no one knows the situation with the Gabby thing, Gabby and I dated for 3 years, but we were never friends. Like, essentially, I ended up asking her out on a date. Then on the first date, we decided we'd be boyfriend and girlfriend. Then we continued that for like 3 years until I eventually realized, like, hey, we actually, like, haven't gotten closer, like, throughout this 3 years. And then we ended up breaking up. Now I'm back in the dating scene, and I've learned my lesson. Essentially, I want whoever I spend the rest of my life with to be my best friend, bare minimum. So now I'm dating multiple people, but dating is in you go on dates, like you're still just friends. And I don't want to give anyone like a girlfriend label until I feel comfortable at least calling them my best friend. And that's where I'm currently at. That's why I'm on like Tinder, Hot or Not, OkCupid, Dating Amino, Zodiac Dating Amino, because I'm trying to get that single life through. Bum, 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 bum. Vegeta said, she was never seeing you, question mark? So we dated for 3 years, but I guess in a deeper sense, if you're like, she was never seeing like the true me, I would say yeah. I feel like we never got that close, you know what I mean? But I'm hoping that with a future relationship, someone will see like the true me. That seems bar worthy. Like, it could be made into a rap. I think I kind of did. If you haven't seen it, it's a Rap Central video called Real Thing. Kratos said, what about that comic book girl at that one party? He said, if my memory is correct, you two connected pretty well based on your story. So Allison and I are still really close. That's the girl that Kratos is referring to in his story. But Allison is a lesbian. So that just actually doesn't go any further than you just being friends. You know what I mean? Vegeta said, make an Instagram. He said there's lots of hoes there. He said I get lots of hoes. No, thank you, Vegeta. For some reason, Instagram has never really appealed to me. You know what I mean? Scavenger said, "Oh shit!" I was very surprised by Scavenger's mention. Kratos said, "I can relate." He said, "I've been there before." My friend Bo was like, "That's fixable." Like, his response to hearing that Allison was a lesbian is like, "You can change that." And we were all like, "Bo, that's actually wrong." But I still find it funny. Bo is actually a pretty nice guy. It's just that his family really pushes for him to get a girlfriend, and Bo's family have told him in the past that it's fixable. Let's see. Vegeta said, "Are Tinder girls catfish or are they real?" It really depends on the Tinder girl in question. You know what I mean? Like, some Tinder girls are catfish, but not all of them are catfish. The key is you always want to go for the catfish, never the trap, and always the snack. Mr. Insect Nasty, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button. So let's see. Not only am I now on Dating Amino and Zodiac Dating Amino, I'm now on Comic Book Maker Amino. So Comic Book Maker Amino is essentially a community where everyone works together in order to, well, works together is not really that true. There's a bunch of people who write and draw, and some people do both. And you can share your stories that you're working on. You can share your art. You can share finished comics, comics in progress. But essentially, it can be used in order for you to set up a collab, to where you and another creator can work together on a book. Scavenger said, "Fuck, why is it that the ones who seem perfect are not into guys?" Scavenger said that, or I'm extremely unlucky. It happens. What I would say is, if you're in a similar situation where you're into a girl, but the girl happens to not be into guys, that you two should still totally be friends, but you should continue forward with dating. Like, I'm still friends with Allison, and Allison and I still hang out, but I'm not hung up on Allison. Like, I've moved forward, and I have, other people that I've asked out on dates. You know what I mean? So don't let yourself fall into, a trap where, you're really into a girl, but that girl just isn't into your gender entirely. Kratos said, "My current girlfriend is bisexual." Hey, congratulations, Kratos. And bisexual works out, because that means she's into, guys and girls. Vegeta said, "What if Gabby sees you? Would it be awkward?" So Vegeta's essentially asking, if I was on a date with a girl, if Gabby saw me on a date with the girl, would it be awkward? And I'd say, for me, maybe. So Gabby essentially considers us to still be dating. Like, when I broke up with her, she said, "You may consider me as just a friend, but I still consider you as my boyfriend," kind of thing. But that doesn't actually mean anything other than, she's denying that we broke up. So if I was to go on a date with another girl, right, and Gabby was to see her, I think if anything, Gabby would feel awkward and she wouldn't really approach. She wouldn't really get involved in the situation. And then I would see Gabby, and I probably would, at a bare minimum, wave, because I'm still, friends with Gabby. It wouldn't be, a diss thing. It would just be "Oh, hey, I recognize that you're here," but I would focus on, my date. And that'd pretty much be it for me. If Gabby made any more of a scene, then I don't know. I don't know what would happen. Depends on, how it goes. Vegeta said, "So she's crazy. She's saying you're her boyfriend still. That's kind of weird." And then he said, "Not kinda, is weird." Let's see. Scavenger said, "We stay friends, but for the next 2 days I feel like shit." Oh, in a breakup situation? And then he said, "Kratos, does that mean you can have threesomes whenever?" I would say just because his girlfriend's bisexual doesn't mean that it opens the door to, threesomes whenever. I feel like there's a gap. There's a gap there. Kratos said, "Denial, one of the stages of grief." He said, "Nick, what did you do to this poor girl?" Oh, shit. I mean, Gabby didn't see the breakup coming, I think, was the big thing. So when I broke up with Gabby, like, I had the realization that, like, hey, we weren't really that close. Um, and then I kind of had to stop because I read the live chat. Kratos' answer to Scavenger's question was, yes, Scavenger, we have done that already. So Kratos was like, I've already hit up the threesomes. I was very surprised. Congratulations, I suppose. I hope it was a good time. Uh, I can't even remember what I was answering. Scavenger said, I was joking, but that sounds chill. Vegeta says, it was a good thing she never came to see you, right? Well, I mean, Gabby and I would hang out sometime, but we wouldn't hang out as often as I hang out with other friends. For example, Gabby with 1B and I hang out quite regularly. The Gabby that I knew from 4th grade, who is not like my ex. Like, we hang out a lot. And now Dozer and I have been hanging out a lot. And if Aiden, aka Winslow, was like still in the state, we would still be hanging out. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, if you're wondering why you haven't seen a lot of videos from Winslow, Winslow's trying to recatch his inspiration. He went back home for the winter, but he'll be back here next semester. So it may be a little while before you guys see Winslow. But I'm actually still actively chatting with Winslow via like text and stuff like that, and we're working on a story. I'm helping him work on a story. I'm not really like a co-author or anything. Like, I'm not putting my name on it. It's just like, I just want to help him try and flesh out his ideas and get that inspiration back. You know what I mean? So that's what's currently going on with the Winslow stuff. By the way, speaking of working on books, comic book maker Amino, I now have found multiple people who are interested in drawing some comics for me. And they're fine with me publishing the comics as long as I give credit to them, and they don't expect royalties back, which means free drawings, free illustrations for publishing books. I really dig that. So you should see some comic books coming out from me in the near future on Amazon, which should be dope. Scrolling back through, because I feel like I missed a few things. Vegeta said blah 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 blah, more or less something about like asking for head. I'm not really that sexual, like I wouldn't have asked. Scavenger said inspiration. Then my boy Kevin said, looking super fresh, yo Kevin, I got like one message from you that was like, it's too bad the Dueling Nexus is going away. And I was like, I know, right? And then I haven't heard shit from you in a minute. How you been, Kevin? Thank you for the compliment, truly appreciate it. But yeah, it's great to see you. What are you doing up? It's like 6:14 a.m. Scavenger said, is it me or is it weird no one has cursed directly yet? I don't know. I think someone is probably cursed, right? It's just, I like how even I'm like unsure, but I think the idea is if we curse casually enough, it just won't like pop out to everyone. Like if someone does like a hard curse, I think we'll notice it more. I like how Kratos is like, now what if I just say a bunch of curses? Vegeta said, who's drawing for you? So I have multiple collaborators on Comic Book Maker Amino, but everyone has like a pin name. So I'm gonna try to see if I can remember like people's names. Coco Comics Productions says that they're interested, but they haven't like straight up said like, yeah, I will do it. I believe one of them is named Mr. Ravager. Mr. Ravager is just straight up down, but he only wants to do a superhero story this deep. He's like, there has to be layers to it. And he said, and I quote, and I think it's a really funny quote, I don't just want two guys fighting each other. That's just copying Marvel. And I was like, what a shit on for the simplicity of like Marvel comics when it comes to like having stories. Civil War is just superheroes fighting each other when you boil it down, you know what I mean? Avengers versus X-Men are just superheroes fighting each other when you boil it down. So I see where he's coming from, even though I'm not sure if when he said that he actually meant it to be that deep. That's like my defense for his statement. But we have Skelly, we have... I saw Vegeta's comments. Vegeta said, you should do some Zarbon comics. He's referring to the fact that there's fan fiction of me and Zarbon getting it on. Kratos said, Nick, how much longer do you think this stream is going to be? I have no idea. Let's see. It's currently 6:16 a.m. in my time. If I had the ability to edit videos on the fly, I would like point at like the clock and it would appear here. Um, but I have to arrive at Wilson, which is a building that I'm walking to, at 8:30 a.m. So I actually have plenty of time to just like fuck around. At least until like 7. Around 7, I need to like be ready. Let's see. Vegeta asked, "What kind of comic are you doing, and is it going to be free?" So I mainly do superhero fiction, though the comic that I'll be doing with Skelly will be closer to like a horror monster book, because that's more of Skelly's style, and I feel like I can still write a story that works with it. Kratos says he'll have to go in 3 minutes. No problem, Kratos. Thank you for joining the stream. Truly appreciate it. I thank you for smashing that like button. Make sure you leave a comment sometime in the future. And don't worry, I'm not logging out. This is just me saying, like, thank you, Kratos, for joining in, and have a great day. Scavenger said, "Run, Nick, run." Get the reference. I believe "Run, Nick, run," you're referring to "Run, Forrest, run." I actually used to hear "Run, Forrest, run" a lot. Back in high school, I used to run to the bus. It was like my thing. I like sitting near the front. So I wanted to get that like pimp seat, and I would even be like, "Yo, John, John," and there'd be no one named John, so people would like get the fuck out of the way because they think I'm like actually trying to get to someone, and then I would just get on the bus. Kratos said, "Wait, before I go, we gotta talk about Nexus." So I haven't checked the Nexus website yet. Like, is Nexus like officially closed? Like, is Nexus like no longer a thing? Kevin McCombs, yo, the boy Kevin, he said, "Are you talking about making your own comic?" Yes, so I'm on Comic Maker Amino now, where you're able to work with illustrators in order to do collabs. And these illustrators have agreed, like, hey, I'm totally fine with drawing a comic for you, without, like, fuck, my memory, like, went out the window. Oh, they're down with drawing a comic for me as long as they, like, get credited, like, they're listed as an illustrator, and they don't want to get paid for it. But I'm going to publish the comics that we make together onto Amazon, and they'll be available in paperback for you guys to like buy them. Hopefully they'll be available in paperback. If they're not, then it'll just be a virtual comic, and that's fine with me. But I would prefer to give you guys paperback books. I think it would be cool. And I'll be selling them for a minimum, bare minimum, $4. Let's see, Kevin said, "Back when I was young, I'd wreck nubs on Nexus 24/7. Kevin, back when you were young. Fuck. I mean, we're not even that old, Kevin. Kratos said, "No, it's still up." Oh, Nexus is still a thing? That's cool. I dig that. That means that I'll be able to do some more Jack Knights videos. I've been enjoying Jack Knights so far. Let's see. Vegeta said, "What if the girl you like wants sex, but you don't like sex?" So, the interesting thing about that is I would just say I was abstinent. And I mean, I don't know what she would do about it. It depends on the person, really. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still into, like, doing foreplay stuff, but I'm not into, like, actually getting in, if that makes sense. So it depends on the person. Like, if that became a conflict, I would essentially just say no, because that's my right, you know. Sex is a consent-based thing. Kratos said, "What we need to talk about is you streaming Nexus." Scavenger said, "Nick, how old are you?" And then he said she would rape you. I'd hope not. And then Scavenger said, "Nick don't like to nut." So I'm 20. Hopefully she wouldn't rape me. And I wouldn't say I don't like to nut. It's just the idea that, like, that kind of thing is less appealing to me. Let's see. Vegeta said, you forgot to read what I said. Vegeta also said, "I'll buy the comic that has all of us in it." So, I still haven't written the story that has everyone's superpower in it. I still want to get more people. So I want more viewers, like more subscribers, to go in the comments section of that one video that's like, "Would you like to be in a book that I'm writing?" and say what superpower you would want. Because the more people I have, the more characters I can work with for the overall story. Making that into a comic before seemed like a really crazy idea because I can't draw. But now that I have illustrators who are willing to work for free and they're willing to have me publish their content. I mean, actually getting it as like a comic book series now seems possible. Kratos was like, when are you going to do a Nexus stream? Like, when will you have time? Will it be tonight, tomorrow, yesterday? He's like, I must know. Vegeta said, next year, Kratos. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when I'll do my next, like, Dueling Nexus video. This week is going to be, like, really tight. I'll be hanging out with Dozer tonight, and I'm going to try to hang out with Dozer throughout the week, but I can only hang out with Dozer for, like, a little bit, because I'm going to have classes that are like 8 hours straight of me learning one thing. So I'm used to like going to class for like an hour and 20 minutes or 2 hours, and it'll be like one subject, and then you go to the next class, and the next class is like an hour and 20 minutes or 2 hours, and then you go on with your day kind of thing. But the Certified Ethical Hacker classes are going to be all about the same thing multiple days in a row. So this week I'm going to be doing a lot of studying and only a little bit of hanging out. Maybe like 3 hours a day hanging out and more than 8 hours a day focusing on my exams. So this week, more than likely, I won't be able to do a Dueling Nexus video. I'll try to keep doing these vlogs, like keeping you informed, but that's the best I can really do, other than doing hangout videos. Because I know Dozer and I want to do a Dragon Ball Super vid. Kratos said, just think about what happened last Nexus stream. He said, you owe me a stream. I understand, Kratos. I know you've been wanting a stream forever. Scavenger said, Nick can tell a story for days, but he can't draw. You right. I can do, like, the jet edits thing where I, like, edit pictures together and I try to make them, like, look right. But that's not the same as actually illustrating a book. Because it limits what you're fully able to do. I may be able to start drawing a little bit more and practice at it with the new laptop I'm getting. Dun 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 dun. In case you didn't hear about it in another video, dun 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 dun. I'm getting a new laptop soon. It's going to be a Dell laptop. My dad's really impressed about it. He can't stop talking about all the features it'll supposedly have. But it'll allow me to actually edit videos. So you may get actually edited videos in the near future, which I'm excited for. I feel like I'll be able to provide little like short film content and stuff like that. And I know that Aiden, aka Winslow, is really excited to do like music videos and short films and stuff. So I think that'll be really cool. You'll probably see more stuff like that next year. Speaking of next year, I'm going to be going to a job fair in Washington, D.C. in early January. So I'll probably be doing a few videos in Washington, D.C. that's like Washington, D.C. based vlogs. So I think that should be pretty cool. Vegeta said, you didn't read what I said. Let's see, Vegeta said, Nick, can you make another video so you can tell them about the comic book and the idea that, like, they won't just be in, like, a normal novel book, like, they could be put into a comic potentially. Yeah, I totally understand, Vegeta, because some people may not watch this vlog video, but if they read a title of a video that was like, do you want to be in a comic book, they may be more prone to, like, hit that up than just do you want to be in a normal book. So I totally see you on that, Vegeta, and I should. I agree with you. If I don't, make sure to get on to me in a future video. Be like, hey, where that video at, though? Where you were going to tell them that they can be in a comic book. What are you doing? Let's see. Kratos said, Nick, you'll be able to actually download games to play on your computer. You're right, Kratos. So, one thing about that, though, is I'm going to be really hesitant to do that. One thing that I really like about my Chromebook is that it's really hard for you to get, like, a virus because of the fact that most things don't work on Chrome OS. But now that I'll be working on a non-Chrome based computer, a Windows computer, I am still prone to, like, be able to catch a virus from, oh, you clicked the wrong download link, oh, you accidentally clicked on an ad, stuff like that. So I'm gonna be a little more hesitant on, like, downloading games. Like, now I'll have, like, an open library of games that I'll be able to play, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna go ham and, like, download a bunch of stuff. Like, I feel a little iffy on getting, like, YGO Pro, because I just know that I'll have to go to a site and download it, and it's... One thing Kratos said, just get Steam. And I was like, you're right. Steam seems like an actually reliable way for me to get games I can play on the stream. Games that I would love to play on the stream, by the way, that I just haven't been able to because of a Chromebook, are Killer Instinct. I just need to get like an Xbox controller or a PlayStation 4 controller that I can plug into my new computer. And most like Xbox games are now available on Windows, and I'm pretty sure Killer Instinct is as well. But I would love to do some Killer Instinct gameplay on stream and be able to play with you all online. I hope you guys are ready to see me fight myself over and over again. That's the main thing I like to do in Killer Instinct. You're able to create a shadow, and essentially the shadow is like an AI that'll like fight against you. But the AI fights against you based on your own moves, and you can teach the AI to be better. That's like the main thing I do on Killer Instinct when I'm not whooping fools online. Catch these hands, please. Let's see, tuning in. Kratos said, and don't get YGO Pro. Get YGO Pro 2. He said the download link for it is on Discord, so it's hard to misclick and get a virus. He says, I have it on my computer. I like how you're like, don't worry, I already got the strat down, Jet. I already got the strat. You ready? You ready? If anything, I may be able to start doing Dueling Book again. So remember, Dueling Book had like this whole thing where it was like, I will not work, but it was not working in part because I was on like Chrome OS, and the only browser option I had was Chrome, and I heard that it works better with other browsers. So since I'll have a Windows computer, I may be able to do Dueling Book again. That being said, hashtag fuck Dueling Book, and you may be like, what do you say? What? It's like I like automated dueling now. I've gotten really used to that. And if I'm not doing it in real life with real cards, I don't like having to mess with like a visual system to try and like get the cards to do what they're supposed to do. I'd either like to talk to someone face to face and play Yu-Gi-Oh in real life, or do automated dueling. I almost said doodling. Automated dueling, where the computer knows all the rules and I know that no one's cheating and blah 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 blah. So I'm more likely to do something like YGO Pro 2 rather than Dueling Book. And Kratos said, same, I can't manual duel online. It's just gross. It's just, I'm not used to it. I think I'd be more okay with manually dueling online if I could somehow like tactilely manipulate the cards. Like if I had like a touch screen and I could like slide the cards into place and I could turn them to defense position. There's something about being able to handle the cards yourself that makes it easier to manually duel, in my opinion. But man, this is almost like a 30-minute vlog episode. Does anyone have any additional questions before I like kick it? Because I would like to get a drink of water. And then Kratos said, yeah, or if there was a better way to communicate. Like if you could talk with your voice directly across Dueling Book, like without having to use some other outside site like Discord or anything like that, that'd be really great. Kratos said, oh, he has to go. No problem, Kratos. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, he said I had to go 8 minutes ago. Dang. Thank you for tuning in, Kratos, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I truly appreciate your time. Scavenger said, will you do more vlogs later? Oh, most definitely I'll do more vlogs later. The next vlog that you guys may see will either be sometime before the CEH exam stuff or sometime after, but I of course can't do it during. If anything, I'll probably have my phone off during to make sure I don't have any interruptions. Oh, thank you kindly, Kratos. I hope you have a great day as well. Let's see. But does anyone have any additional questions, comments, concerns, things like that? Before I dip real quick, I gotta get some water. Because all this talking, you know, has got a brother thirsty. Also, thank you to everyone who tuned in. This was like pretty like early. Like I dig it. I love the support. Scavenger said, have a great day. Thank you kindly, Scavenger. To you as well. I hope you enjoy your fishing trip. If you like this video, make sure to like this video. Favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that bell so you be notified whenever we do these live streams. If you would like to hit me up, feel free to do so on our Discord. I don't remember the Discord link. We have like a tiny URL one that's like shorter, and my brain is like, is it tinyurl.com/Nickabenson or is it tinyurl.com/Nickanation? I know there's like one that's for the Patreon, I believe. And But thank you all once again. I keep getting connection errors on my side. And have a wonderful day. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only, logging out. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Peace.